always been a Star Trek fan. I grew up watching The Next Generation when I was a child. Not sort of when it was on, but I rewatched episodes with my dad, who was also a big Trekkie. Next Gen will always have a very special place in my heart. And when I think of my top favourite TV series of all time, it's up there. But it was when I got older that I first started to watch Deep Space Nine. I watched all of the others, but it just, for whatever reason, I just hadn't touched it. And I just fell in love. So without further ado, I thought I would do a rundown of my top 10 favourite characters in Deep Space Nine. So at number 10, Gul Dukat. Don't worry, nobody hates themselves more than me for liking Gul Dukat. Although even he's pushing his luck, I think I'm series 6, and it's strenuous. Number 9, Quark. I really didn't think from the 1 or 2 episodes that I'd seen originally that I really didn't think we were going to get on. I mean, when I started watching Deep Space Nine, I was pretty much convinced that I was going to hate the Ferengi, and even I came to love the Ferengi over time. And how can you not like Quark? Do I need a reason? Number 8, Julian Bashir. Now, he would be higher up the ranks, he really would, because I do think he's really great. I think he's a big dork, and I think Alexander Siddig played him really well. But I know that he had, as an actor, had problems with the whole random bringing in of the genetic engineering, and he wasn't very happy about it, and rightly so. But I think that from then on, there's just not the same drive. You can kind of tell that he's not as involved with Bashir anymore. I just get that sense. I mean, that it has more to do with the writing. Number 7, Elam Garak, because he's a swine. His just dubious, mysterious nature, and his one-liners, and his relationship with Julian Bashir. Duh. Number 6, Odo, everybody's favourite changeling. I love him to pieces. It's a pleasure to watch. But yes, Odo's kind of search for who he is and his identity and all the problems he has with his people. Number 5. This is really bad because he's by no means a major character really, but sort of Vedic Bareil / alternate Bareil. But I'm not going to go into the reasons why. Number 4, Jadzia Dax. I just really loved her teasing nature and her confidence and her hair. I liked the relationship that was between her and Sisko, and the way that the relationships were portrayed on the ship. Or the relationships that she had with Quark, that she had with Bashir. I just liked the dynamic between all of them. And being a Trill, but being involved with the Klingon culture and all that kind of thing. She was just an all-round kick-ass character, very clever, very witty. I love Jadzia. Now we enter the top 3. Captain Sisko. I think he got a bit of flack for his role, but I don't know why, really, because I've heard him being called a ham before, but that seems very unfair, especially if you've seen the original Star Trek. I mean, come on! I think he played the role really well. You know, I felt for him and I felt for his son, and I love to see the relationship between the two. I think it was important to see a really strong father-son bond with black actors. I think it's something that was really portrayed at the time and isn't really portrayed very much now, but there we go. Even though some people don't get along with Deep Space Nine so much as like Next Gen or whatever, it's sometimes because it went a bit darker, I guess, and it looked into the war. And it talked about religion, and these were arcs as well, as opposed to just 1 or 2 episodes. But I think they did it very delicately and very well, and it all fitted. And just the question between whether you believe somebody is a god or not as well, I found that quite interesting with the prophets being the prophets, but also being wormhole aliens, and I just like how that was explored. And I think the whole emissary thing with Cisco rubbed some audience members up the wrong way, but I think that says more about them than anything else. And again, I found that very interesting to see unfold. Number 2. Okay, so don't kill me, but it's waiting. Number 1. Major Kira. Or Colonel Kira, if we're going with the last series. I don't see that I have to spell it out, surely you know why, but she's kick-ass. She sits in the captain's chair like a bamf. She always looks amazing every single series, every single time she changes her hair. I think I have a bit of a crush on her. She is amazing. Always says what's on her mind. She's always driven to do what she thinks is right. Obviously, like any other character in the show, they've written her with her flaws and the things that she has to overcome, but she just has more heart than the whole crew combined. I just love her to pieces. She is great, and her smile, and just I sort of want to be her. Well, thank you for watching my top 10 Deep Space Nine characters. I would love to know who yours are and why. You don't have to go into good reasons, because clearly some of mine really weren't, and some of them didn't have any reasons at all, so